Hey, church. So when you're reading the book of Joshua, you'll see that as he takes over leadership from Moses, they're getting ready to enter the promised land, and God gives them instructions to have the priests go into the Jordan River, and that God's going to part the water for them to walk across. Now, the Israelites had experienced that when he set them free from Egypt, and now God's going to do a similar event for them, but he does things a little bit differently. And he gave Joshua direction and had the priests go in, and then he gave further instructions for Joshua to do something very specific, and we're going to read about that in Joshua 4, verse 4, and this is Joshua following God's instructions. So Joshua called together the 12 men he had chosen, one from each of the tribes of Israel. He told them, "Go into the middle of the Jordan in front of the ark of the Lord your God. For each of you must pick up one stone and carry it on your shoulder, 12 stones in all, one for each of the 12 tribes of Israel. We will use these, each stone, to build a memorial. In the future, your children will ask you, 'What do these stones mean?' Then you can tell them, 'They remind us that the Jordan River stopped flowing when the Ark of the Lord's covenant went across. These stones will stand as a memorial among the people of Israel forever.'" So the reason we're reading this today is this. God wanted to give the people a memorial of his presence, his power, his protection, his provision. And as we look at that, I want to encourage you, we just passed through Thanksgiving, so many things God's blessed us with. We're entering into the Christmas season. And I wonder if you would just pause and look for some memorials, some stones to pile up, stories that you can share with the next generation, with this generation, about what God has done for you. Now, we're talking about Thanksgiving as past, but there's so many things that we can share with others going forward, so many things to be thankful for continually about what God has done. So I want to encourage you to find some memorial stones to build. Here's how I do it for my own self. If something significant is happening or God has done something specific, just write it down somewhere. It's a reminder to me. It's easy to forget things, or just as the emotion of the experience in the present wears off, it can often drift away and the reality of it is no longer with us. So when I revisit things that God has done for me, it very much encourages me in the midst of whatever I may be facing now. And so it's not only good for sharing with other people, it's good for you as well. So let's raise up some memorials, some things that God has specifically done for us, and let's share it with others. Let's be His church.